Well, this is the view from Annapolis Rock. You can see there's some climbers over there. A little kind of cliffside here with some beautiful views. Still pretty close to the highway, so you got the road noise. It's a pretty popular site. A lot of campsites up here too. In any case, it was worth the quarter-mile side hike. And this is the view from Black Rock Cliff. There's the highway down there, and you can still hear the road noise. But once you're on the ridge, actually, you don't really hear the road noise anymore. The trees block it out. I could probably get a better view down there, but I'm not feeling that steady on my legs, so I'm just going to enjoy the view from up here. Black Rock Cliff. So here's a little sample of what it's like to hike the AT in Maryland, which is basically a ridgeline hike through a green tunnel. You can always know whether you're on track by seeing these white hash marks. So I'm set up here at Ravens Rock in Maryland, getting close to the Pennsylvania border. And something I was reflecting on today was the idea of just the importance of taking a walk. Um, when I was younger, I didn't walk anywhere. If I had to get from place to place on foot, I would jog, I would run. I remember in college, I just literally ran everywhere. Just walking seemed like a waste of time. But as my body has slowed down, as I've gotten older, I realized the importance of walking, and something that walking gives me that running never did, or at least that kind of running never did. And that is the ability to clear my head and think thoughts that I wouldn't be able to think otherwise. There's something about walking or cycling or even slow running which gets me into a different space. Maybe in part it's my ADHD, uh, but there's something about getting to that space that pushes all the other distractions aside and it allows me to be really focused. But I was listening to NPR one day, and they had one of my favorite shows, Hidden Brain with Shankar Vedantam, and they had some neuroscientist on there. Sorry, I don't remember his name, but he was talking about how the human mind has about 108 bits of bandwidth. Now, I don't know how they calculate that, but let's just go with that number, 108 bits of bandwidth. And he said the thing about walking and other similar activities of just moving is, in order to feel really intense emotion, well, the walking will eats up enough bandwidth that you only have about 80 bits left, and or 80 bits per second left. And to feel really intense emotion, you need more than that. You need like 100 or more. And so what happens is walking or other similar exercise allows you to feel your feelings without the threat of being overwhelmed by them. And this is why it can be so beneficial if you're in an argument or you're really upset, to go take a walk. It helps, clear your head. But really, one of the things that it's doing is it's allowing you to feel your feelings without being overcome by them. And since hearing this, I've actually observed this when people are in a really emotional conversation on the phone and they're walking around, and it gets to a really heated part of the discussion, and they will literally stop moving in order to focus in. to, where that emotion gets so strong. Or if there's two people who are walking along and they're having a really heated discussion and they get to the peak of an argument, they will literally stop walking so that they can fully express their feelings. Um, and so there's this real safeguard built in to walking that allows me to feel things and think things without the threat of having them become overwhelming. Now, you don't have to go for a 400-mile walk in the woods to have that happen. You don't even have to go on a long hike, though. I think it's a wonderful thing, and I think the greenery around you certainly helps you feel more settled and calm, and helps reduce anxiety. But I think even just going for a 20-minute walk a day, 30-minute walk a day, maybe or even just a couple times a week. I think couples, to go out for a walk together, you might find that you're able to discuss problems or issues that might become too emotional, uh, to discuss them in a safer way because of the act of just continually moving around and walking. And it's not safety in the way that, like, when you're in public and you're going to have to keep your emotions in check. It's just simply your body will keep your emotions in check because there's only so much bandwidth left to give to those feelings. So, in any case, this is something that I have sensed since high school when I got into running or longer distance running, and have felt all the way along. And now there's some science behind it. And I certainly experience it fully as I'm out here and clearing my head and getting centered. But I really think it's important to build that kind of rhythm into, at least in my life, maybe see if it works in your life as well, to create this regular space of being able to feel your feelings and allow thoughts to rise to the surface that might not otherwise rise to the surface. And I also find that the more regularly I make this kind of space, the quicker, maybe it's my subconscious, the quicker my subconscious keys in that this is the time to bring all that stuff up, and things come to the surface that, memories that I haven't had in years, things that I hadn't thought about in so long, or sometimes even solutions to a problem that I'm facing. So, in any case, I hope this is helpful to you, and I hope you're enjoying taking this trip on the Appalachian Trail with me.